Play full game. Entering team select screen. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the home team, are selected.
New notification. Microphone unmuted.
Ready.
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Raiders and the Bucs, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down the kickoff of what should be an epic one here, as it will be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, how about this Raiders squad? They had the long drought without playoff wins. You had to go back to the AFC Championship season of 2002, but they got it done under head coach Josh McDaniels.
And Brandon, you know how much I love the history of the NFL. How about this? The Raiders and the Colts, the only teams that currently win a Super Bowl in two different cities. Now the Raiders with a chance to win in their third city.
Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it's just absolutely astonishing that they'd be back a second time in 3 years. Tom Brady at it again, 3 seasons in Tampa, 2 Super Bowl appearances, and I think we can officially say the decision to unretire, probably a pretty good one.
Brandon, he must have really been invigorated by those 40 days he was retired. I think you and I need to try that as well. Amazing how one guy can completely change the culture and path of an entire franchise. But let's be clear, this has been a team effort to get them back here.
The hype and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
I just think we thought we had seen the final chapter of Tom Brady's historic career when he retired during the offseason, but there's a voice inside of him that said, you've got unfinished business. And he certainly did. Here he is now in his 11th Super Bowl appearance. And if this is going to be it for him, the Super Bowl is the only place a career like his should end.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. Yeah, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Well, the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. On play action, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident. I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl is unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the 9th-year starter out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
You wondered how long it would take the Raiders to give Las Vegas a Super Bowl appearance? And the answer? Not very long at all. Derek Carr has helped guide this team here in only their 3rd season after the move, playing a style of ball reminiscent of their new home. His big arm and willingness to take a few risks have led the Raiders to a Super Bowl appearance.
Run, pass, run. Inside handoff, AHB blunt dive. Empty and AHB plunge.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's not going anywhere to start tonight. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Entering play call. Entering franchise. Instant call. Shallow. Super simus. Stats. Coaching. Pop-up menu. Medical. Offensive. Defensive. Superstar. Depth chart is selected. Enter. Slot 2. Slot 1. Player name Car. AHB selected. Slot 2. Slot 1. Player name J. Jacobs. Player name S. Barkley. Player name J. Jacobs. Slot 2. Player name J. Jacobs. Entering play call. Shotgun pass. Barrier 6 cap. Standard pass. Play high. Run. Outside handoff. QB run. Inside AHB blunt dive. Empty and AHB plunge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Coming in to put a lick on it was Levante David.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Entering play call. Inside handoff. AHB blunt dive. Empty and AHB plunge.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll run it again with Barkley.
Auto button.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Raider first down, 17 yards. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Stick. Double slant.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw his car. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Stick. Y stick. Double slant. D slant.
Car now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vita Vea able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, he gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Triangle button.
Carr.
Cross button. Square button.
Able to find Warner. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Inside zone split.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
AHP blink dive, inside zone split.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. Barkley will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
Selected.
And his kick is no good. And the inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Up the gut, Fournette. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
There are 6 categories.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. Looking deep for Julio. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Shotgun pass. Play action pass. The post right cross.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Carr steps away. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Converts. Converts. A post right cross. Convert LT.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On play action, it's Carr rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
That is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 39, Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. Short completion, just 4 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. They'll find Fournette again here. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there in this drive, Brad, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. That time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Nothing doing, barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Brady to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
Entering
Drive keeps
play
moving.
call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And he's got it. Touchdown. Chris Godwin. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from taking the lead in the Super Bowl. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
There are 6 categories.
Ryan Succop for the point after. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter.
Entering play call, special teams, who have 6 options, return left is selected.
gets Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Counter, their outside handoff. AHP jet sweep.
They begin with a run by Barkley, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but now they have to go more than that during this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And down he goes. A Buccaneers sack. Vita Vea. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him.
Entering play call, standard pass, there are 6, shotgun pass, convex coast.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
Square button.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Unplanned, there are 8 cat formation, play height, there are run. Pitch, there's outside, inside handoff, AHP plunge dive. Empty and AHP plunge. Cross button.
They'll run with Barkley. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he short the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Fournette, a 1st down carry. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. It's the Bucs with the early lead. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. They held him to no gain.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Now Brady. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Brady. Toward the pylon, caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Now a play fake, Brady. And he'll just get rid of it. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Succop's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Raiders offense ready to go. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Inside AHP blunt dive. Empty and AHP plunge.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Play type, RPO, run, pass. Standard pass, shotgun, convex, inside, cross, spot. Inside, cross.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Cross button.
Carr going to throw.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Looking deep for Adams.
Square button.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Cross button.
Throwing his car on 3rd down.
Cross button.
He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Brady now to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the 1st down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here's Jake Camarda now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Shotgun comeback coast.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Entering play call, shot, play, run. Pitch, barrier 7, inside handoff, AHB dive, power O.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new 2nd down. That was certainly an offensive line winning the battle in front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
AHB plunge dive. Empty and AHB plunge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football and averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And a pass complete to Waller on the out route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Standard play run. Outside handoff. QB run. Inside handoff. FD run. Draw.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the draw, this is Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
There are 6 category. Play action pass. Coverts. Post white cross.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr out to his left. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Shotgun now for Carr.
R1 button.
To Barkley on the check down. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Entering play call. Coach suggests unplanned player. Formation. Play type. Run. Pass. Shotgun. Play action. Shotgun. Convex post. Inside cross. Spot. Inside cross.
They'll go for it. It's Carr.
Cross button. Triangle button.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it? Should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A toss running left, Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Man open, here is Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, 66.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And his pass incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive. But a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Inside cross.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Cross button.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. The middle with Barkley. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Entering play call, inside AHB blunt, empty and AHB plunge.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll go to Barkley again. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
Entering play call, AHB empty and AHB plunge.
2nd down and 5. A handoff to Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Categories of 50 AHB blunt dive, empty and AHB plunge.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth
Entering
football.
play call, AHB empty and RPO, run, pass. Quick pass, there 6, Y stick.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now they'll throw with Carr. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Play call, with pass, play, run. Shotgun pass. Comeback post. Inside cross.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Triangle button.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Formation, plate hike, category, formation, plate, run, RPO, special, pass, pass, shotgun pass, comeback, inside, cross, comeback post. Cross button.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down.
R1 button. Cross button.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going. Both teams with some extra time to prepare during this long halftime break, but we're about ready to restart the second half of Super Bowl 57. So let's get back out to Arizona and Brandon Godden.
Defend outside run, defend short pass, defend medium pass.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Return left.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. Taking in at the 3. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. They trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr.
Circle button.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Entering play call. Convex post. Slant. Y shallow. Slant stick. Y shallow cross.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Square button.
Throwing now is Carr.
Cross button. Triangle button. Circle
Nowhere to
button.
turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Akeem Hicks able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now. Showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Pitch, errors, out, inside, H, empty, and H, plunge.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's a give to Barkley. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Convexy post, slant stick.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now Carr.
Triangle button. Square button. Cross
And
button.
incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings him forward.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Slant stick. Y shallow cross. Trail shape. Y slant. Convexy post. Slant stick. Convexy post. Inside cross. Cross button.
Delay of game. Offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
15 yards is selected. On plan, player, formation, cat, play type, run, pass, shotgun pass, convexy post, slant stick.
Carr going to go on 4th down.
R1 button. Triangle button.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says go for it. You will actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window. 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 36, Brady. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Up the gut, Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
There are 6 categories.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Brady. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brady. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays and big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second and 5 now. Brady. And Rudolph has it left side.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Max Crosby charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Brady going to throw. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories. Tree sky zone.
Here's Brady to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talking about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Suckup for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
Entering play call, special teams. We have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 92 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Entering page inside zone split.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Empty and HB plunge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They'll hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Entering play call. AHB. Empty. AHB power G. Empty and AHB power G. Play type. RPO. Run. Pass. Quick. Stem. Shotgun pass. Play action. Covered. A post white cross. Close up cross. A white cross flood. A fork. A CTR well. A punt go.
On play action, it's Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Entering play call. Play run. Pass. Play action pass. Shotgun. Convex post. Slant stick.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, that's complete to his tight end Waller. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
X slice across. Forward equals. X slice across.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Outside hand. UB run. Inside handoff. Inside zone split.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Throwing his car on 3rd down.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
That hurts. Why some third down they dropped early, but couldn't make it with third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there? Able to shut them down on that attempt.
Formation, play high, run, pass, shot, play action, shotgun, convex, inside, spot, D-spot, Y out.
One down.
They'll go for it. It's Carr.
Triangle button. Square button.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. Fourth down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Brady's throw complete to Otten.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking it about the 16.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Y shallow cross. Trail shake.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The throw taken in by Cole. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and it curls back inside for the completion.
Trail shake.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second in a couple.
Pitch, there are 7. Out, inside, yet, PHP blunt dive. Inside zone split.
They'll run with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
But these guys going to chomp into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
PHP blunt, MTNA, play, RP, run, pass. With pass, errors, standard pass, shotgun, comeback, slant, Y shallow cross, trail shape.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
R1 button.
Here's Carr.
Circle button. R1 button. Square button. Triangle button.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Akeem Hicks in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
Yes. Shot, play up, screen path, play action, pass sprint HB flat, pass switch lid, converts, the post Y cross.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
Yeah, deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Personnel, play, run, pass, special, pass, play, screen pass, Hail Mary, quick pass, standard pass, shotgun pass, convex post, slant stick.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Cross button.
From the gun, it's Carr.
R1 button.
Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Akeem Hicks make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense having this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now Carr.
Cross button. Square button.
Under pressure, they got him again. Akeem Hicks drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 18 options. Field goal 52 yards selected.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here in Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the fourth quarter.
52 yards.
And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers have to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Brady now to throw. And this pass broken up. And a contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Shotgun pass on Mexico's inside cross. Square button. Triangle
Throwing
button.
now is Carr.
Circle button. Square button.
A pass complete downfield to Renfro. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
On 1st down, Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, 43 Buccaneers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Exit. Inside zone.
And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. Carr will look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And no return here for Wright. It'll be a touchback. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the draw, this is Fournette. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. To throw, it's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Brady going to throw. Jones has it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
On play action, now Brady. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Throwing now is Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl.
And the Bucs are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now a conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Extra point try now for Suckup. And that makes it a 9-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been a good workhorse workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Here's Carr to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
Carr now on first down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Holding
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action. Now it's Carr. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On the move to his left, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The open man here, Renfro. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Carr's throw going to be taken in by Cole. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Connects with Cole again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
Now Carr. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Again, it's Carr. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Raiders have made it a So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Suggestions. Kick that way, shove, head him. Stick, head him.
Carlson on for the PAT. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception.
Entering play call, special teams, who had 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And no return here for Wright. It'll be a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They begin with a run by Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
There are 6 categories.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Fournette running out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Brady. His throw incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Hello, partner. Marvin, our number 1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, but when the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
On first down, Brady. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And the Bucs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
There are 6 categories.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Brady. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Fournette is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit, threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers will add to their fourth quarter lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories. Safe man left, base block right.
Suck up for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hail Mary. Goal post.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch. And it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive the last into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Formation, right. Play type, run, pass. Hail Mary, quick, standard pass. Shotgun, convex post.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Carr. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 2nd down and 3. Carr puts another into the hands of Waller. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
Entering post-game screen, you have 5 options. Finish game is selected.